If you've been telling yourself you'll start singing, start writing songs, start sharing your music when you feel more confident, when you feel ready, today's episode is going to lovingly challenge that idea. Because what if readiness isn't something you wait around for? What if it's something that comes with an act of courage? What if it's something that meets you after you begin? Welcome to Singer-Songwriter, a space to reconnect with your voice, your music, and the songs waiting to be written. I'm Lainey, singer and songwriter, voice and creativity coach. If you've ever dreamed of writing and singing your own songs, but doubt or perfectionism keeps getting in the way, then grab that notebook full of ideas. It's time to open your voice, trust your sound, and express yourself freely. Your songs are waiting. Let's bring them to life. Hey friend, today is the day. I'm so excited for this free live songwriting workshop. If you are listening to this in real time, on the day it's released, today is our live workshop where we get to come together in a creative space and you get to reconnect with your voice, the music inside of you, and your creativity. This is a space where you will receive guidance, structure, creative prompts, and a place to experiment, a place to play and explore your voice, and to find a doorway into creative flow with real-time support. And we get to hang out. So bring your coffee or your tea or your beverage of choice and come make music with me. There are no prerequisites. This is an opportunity to play and to reconnect with the music inside of you. So if this episode resonates and you want help actually taking the step, whatever that step is for you, because we're going to meet you where you are, then come to this workshop happening today. It's free, it's live, and you can literally arrive exactly as you are. You don't need a song, you don't need training, you don't even need to feel confident. And I'm going to convince you of that here in this episode. I will be there to guide you into your voice, into creative play, and into finding a starting place for you without pressure, without performance, without judgment. So instead of waiting months or years even to really feel ready on your own, you can just let yourself be supported for an hour and then leave with some real creative momentum. Come join me. Register at singer-songwriterworkshop.com. It is today, February 17th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to come together live on Zoom. Register now. It's not too late. Come join us. And hey, if you are listening to this later on and it's already passed, it's okay. You are right where you need to be, and you can join us for the next one. Be sure to join my email list and you will be the first to know when the next workshop is. So register now, singer-songwriterworkshop.com. So I want to talk about this belief that we should wait until we feel ready. Wait to feel ready to do something scary, Maybe it's something new, trying something for the first time, or coming back to something after a long time and feeling really rusty and not ready. Like you have to prepare, you have to dust off the dust, brush off the dust. This feeling that you need to be ready first can show up in so many ways as an artist. It can show up before sharing your songs or before writing your songs. It can show up before coming to things like this workshop, right? Doing something new, opening yourself up to a new chapter. And it can even show up before calling yourself a singer-songwriter. I know this one intimately. I know all of these. I know how each one of these feels. But it took me so long, so far into my musical life, my musical career, to call myself a singer-songwriter, even though I had been writing songs since I was a little girl. I thought I needed all these things in place first and all this validation outside of myself. I had to check all these boxes before I could call myself a singer-songwriter. And it's not true. If you sing, if you write songs, and even if you just have the desire, but you have yet to put that desire into motion, that part of you is still there. Even if you don't feel ready to call yourself a singer-songwriter, there is a singer-songwriter inside of you that wants to be given a voice. And that's what we need to be listening to. Not the voice inside of you saying, I'm not good enough yet, or I need more training, or what if my voice shakes? What if people judge me? I should wait until I feel confident. Readiness is usually a feeling that comes through an act of courage. So you want to start somewhere, start with courage. It's not easy, but it's simple. And there's really no other way around it other than having that act of courage and that willingness to sing through it, sing through the shaking voice, sing through the heart beating and the palms sweating and the all the nerves. When you drink a whole bottle of water backstage and then somehow step on stage, take that deep breath, and your mouth is so dry, you're so parched. It's like, didn't I just chug a bunch of water? What happened? There have been so many times along my creative journey when I have had to choose courage first, starting before I felt ready, moving forward, singing through it. I didn't feel ready when I went to book studio time to record my songs. And I didn't feel ready when I showed up at the studio to record those songs. But what happened? Well, I showed up and I recorded some songs. And no, they weren't perfect. But I learned through the process. I shined a light on where growth was possible for me, what I needed to work on, and what I could do better at next time. And I followed through. And that in and of itself built confidence. Did I still need to work on my microphone technique? Yes. There was room to grow. Did I still find some parts in the songs that didn't quite feel right? but I had to record something anyways. Yeah. But the act of courage in showing up and singing through it, that built confidence. I didn't feel ready before I showed up. I didn't feel ready when I started taking music production lessons. I thought, who am I to do this? Stay in my lane, you know? It took me years to get to the point where I could bring up the DAW, digital audio workstation, and set it all up and press record, and then do the courageous act of actually listening back. Whew. I didn't feel ready the first time I shared an original song in a singing circle. I didn't feel ready the first time I took on students all those years ago, teaching voice, piano, guitar. I didn't feel ready. And when I shifted from one-on-one to leading groups, leading singing circles, leading people in song, I didn't feel ready at first. But through the act of doing the thing, I built my confidence. Little by little, each time, it grew stronger. And I saw where I needed to grow. And so I could really zero in on that, hone in on that, and work through it in practice. So every expansion of your creative life will ask you to move before you feel prepared. Every time I expanded or, took something to the next level or tried something for the first time, I never felt prepared. But there's a willingness to take a step of courage, and that's what leads to the confidence. Now, that's not to say that there aren't times when you do need to prepare. I think about this stress dream I have about work, and it's been recurring for like decades, okay? But do you get the stress dream about work? So mine is that I step onto stage at a big opera house and I am one of the principal roles, like the principal lead characters. And I've never seen the score and I have never looked at the music. Like I don't know the music and I haven't warmed up my voice. And suddenly I'm in costume and I'm out there and the spotlight's on and the orchestra's there and all of the other singers and performers are doing their thing, and I am not prepared. I'm just standing there like I don't even know the music, and everyone's waiting on me. Oh, now I'm going to have that dream tonight. But yes, okay, in certain circumstances, we need to prepare and practice and be ready, but it's still like as ready as I'll ever be, it's that kind of idea where we prepare and we get ready and then we practice and practice until it becomes part of us. And then we can just be present in it, singing from the heart. Okay, that's a different story. But in the sense that I mean here, I never felt ready when I went to do something for the first time, or to try something new, or to stretch the edge, that creative edge a little bit for myself, or to expand the comfort zone and build more confidence. Readiness wasn't something that I felt. It was the courage and the willingness that led me to confidence through action. So what about you? Can you think of a time when you didn't feel ready, but you did it anyways? and what happened and what it felt like afterwards. Maybe beginning today looks like humming for 5 minutes or writing one honest line, something you've been afraid to say. And maybe it's coming to a workshop even though you're nervous. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe it's just letting your imperfections be heard, showing up in the messy middle, sharing your messy rough drafts. Literally, metaphorically. Maybe it's just having the courage to start where you are. To begin gently. To begin again for the 100th time. If you are listening to this the day it comes out, today is an opportunity to begin exactly where you are. No fixing, no proving anything, no arriving polished, just entering the space of creativity, entering the space of growth, expansion, possibility. And yes, it's also an opportunity to show up as the act of courage and to honor the courage that it takes to show up. I am gifting a free one-on-one vocal breakthrough session to one person who joins us live for the workshop. Yes, you have an opportunity not only to enter a creative space, immerse yourself in singing, in songwriting, in that kind of environment. Not only do you have an opportunity to build your confidence, to give yourself the evidence that this is possible for you, but you also have an opportunity for a free vocal breakthrough session with me to be supported, because showing up matters. That's how we begin. We begin with an act of courage. We begin with a willingness. A willingness to listen to that voice inside of us saying, my voice matters, and I have songs in me. And they are worth discovering. They are worth pursuing. They are worth writing and singing about. So if you are looking for a supportive space to connect with your voice, your creativity, the songs inside of you, waiting to be written, then join me today. Register at singer-songwriterworkshop.com. Today is simply an invitation to step through the doorway and show up in that act of courage and willingness. Willingness to listen to the voice inside of you that has a song to sing. I hope you'll come. Singer-Songwriterworkshop.com. And until next time, keep singing, keep creating, and keep coming back to the music in your heart. Thanks for listening, friend. If this episode moved you or inspired you in some way, would you please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or share this episode with someone who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough? Until next time, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.